When Calvin Klein officially unveiled its 2025 global campaign featuring BTS's Jungkook as the face of the brand once again, the fashion world and online communities reacted instantly. Within minutes of the announcement, hashtags related to Jungkook and Calvin Klein dominated social media platforms, generating millions of impressions. The campaign, which premiered simultaneously across New York, London, Seoul, and Tokyo, was a carefully timed global marketing event designed to maximize visibility and cultural impact. Calvin Klein has a history of using powerful visual narratives to redefine modern masculinity, and Jungkook's involvement in the 2025 campaign continues that legacy. His partnership with the brand, which began in 2023, has proven to be one of the most successful celebrity collaborations in recent years. Unlike many brand ambassador relationships that are brief and trend-driven, this ongoing partnership between Jungkook and Calvin Klein demonstrates a sustained synergy between global pop culture and high fashion. The announcement was made through Calvin Klein's official social media channels, accompanied by a minimalist yet striking black and white teaser video. In the 15-second clip, Jungkook was seen wearing the brand's latest denim line, which emphasizes a balance between classic aesthetics and contemporary tailoring. The campaign's slogan, "Own the Moment," is part of Calvin Klein's 2025 rebranding effort to target younger, more globally connected consumers. Within hours, digital billboards in major cities displayed the campaign's visuals, featuring Jungkook in both monochrome and full-color portraits. These images emphasize simplicity, confidence, and subtle sensuality, qualities that align with the brand's identity and Jungkook's image as an artist known for authenticity and control. Analysts from fashion business publications like Business of Fashion and WWD noted that this campaign signals Calvin Klein's shift from Western-centric marketing to a more inclusive and globally representative model, using K-pop's international influence as a key driver. The public response was immediate. While fans celebrated the campaign's release, the broader fashion community analyzed its strategic timing and execution. The first quarter of 2025 has been competitive for luxury and lifestyle brands, with many launching their spring collections earlier than usual to align with global Fashion Week schedules. Calvin Klein's decision to drop its new campaign just before the Seoul Fashion Week opening indicates careful market positioning. It ensured Jungkook's imagery dominated both online discussions and offline fashion events. Behind the scenes, industry insiders pointed out that Jungkook's continued collaboration with Calvin Klein represents more than a celebrity endorsement. It symbolizes the convergence of entertainment, global youth culture, and fashion marketing in a single digital ecosystem. Over the past few years, K-pop idols have transitioned from being performers to becoming integral parts of brand storytelling, not just as faces of campaigns, but as collaborators influencing creative direction. Calvin Klein's creative team, led by Global Chief Marketing Officer Jonathan Bottomley, reportedly worked directly with Jungkook's styling team to craft the visual tone of the campaign. Observers also noted the technical precision behind the campaign's rollout. The simultaneous release across multiple time zones allowed Calvin Klein to maintain global media attention for over 24 hours, resulting in consistent trending topics across Twitter, Weibo, TikTok, and Instagram. The brand's decision to use digital-first marketing, rather than relying on traditional print and television, shows a deliberate pivot toward Gen Z's media consumption habits. According to early analytics, the campaign generated over 1.2 billion potential online impressions in its first 48 hours, a figure comparable to the launch of Calvin Klein's 1992 campaign featuring Mark Wahlberg and Kate Moss. The creative direction of the 2025 campaign also reflects an evolution in aesthetic philosophy. While Calvin Klein's historical branding relied heavily on provocative imagery, this new iteration is more understated, focusing on quiet confidence rather than overt sensuality. Jungkook's portrayal exemplifies a mature approach to self-expression, one that resonates with both his personal brand and the current cultural climate. In recent years, the fashion industry has shifted from shock-based marketing to authenticity-driven storytelling, and Jungkook's public persona aligns naturally with that change. Fashion critics in Seoul and Paris noted that the campaign's visual palette, dominated by shades of gray, denim blue, and minimal lighting, echoes a modern industrial aesthetic, highlighting structure and texture over color. The images were shot by Myrta Lass and Marcus Pigott, renowned photographers known for their cinematic style and ability to capture human vulnerability through simplicity. Their collaboration with Jungkook marked the third time the trio worked together, further reinforcing the continuity of Calvin Klein's visual narrative since 2023. Another element that caught attention was the styling approach. Unlike previous campaigns that showcased shirtless poses or overt sensuality, the 2025 edition presented Jungkook in layered looks. Denim jackets paired with crisp white t-shirts, tailored jeans with structured belts, and minimalist sneakers. This visual evolution signals Calvin Klein's strategic move to reframe its image from being synonymous with bold sexual appeal to embodying sophisticated modern comfort. Market analysts believe that the campaign's impact extends far beyond aesthetic appeal. It reflects Calvin Klein's global repositioning strategy under parent company PVH Corporation, which aims to integrate celebrity-driven engagement with sustainability initiatives. The brand's 2025 line is produced with recycled cotton and eco-friendly dye processes, aligning with the global fashion industry's push toward environmental responsibility. Jungkook's involvement provides authenticity to that effort, as he is known for advocating mindful consumer behavior and personal responsibility among his fanbase. The business implications are significant. PVH's stock reportedly experienced a measurable uptick within 24 hours of the campaign's launch, attributed to the surge in global visibility and consumer engagement. Analysts expect Calvin Klein's quarterly sales to reflect a notable boost, especially in the Asia-Pacific region, where Jungkook's influence is strongest. This campaign, according to brand strategists, is a textbook example of how entertainment and commerce can intersect to create measurable economic impact. As the global conversation continues, fashion insiders speculate that Calvin Klein's decision to retain Jungkook for multiple consecutive campaigns marks a new era in long-term brand artist collaborations. Instead of one-off celebrity endorsements, the fashion industry appears to be moving towards sustained partnerships that build credibility and consistency. Jungkook's evolution within Calvin Klein, from initial ambassador to global muse, symbolizes the shift from transient fame to enduring brand identity. By the end of its first day online, Jungkook Calvin Klein 2025 had become one of the most searched phrases across Google and Naver, with articles appearing in Vogue Korea, GQ Japan, and Esquire US. This level of synchronized global coverage demonstrates not only the star's unparalleled reach, but also Calvin Klein's mastery in orchestrating digital virality. The campaign is now being cited as a model case for effective cross-cultural marketing in the luxury fashion sector. The 2025 Calvin Klein campaign featuring Jungkook stands as a case study in precision branding and creative evolution. While the announcement itself drew immense attention, the underlying creative process reveals how calculated and collaborative the campaign truly was. It was not designed merely as a visual showcase, but as a strategic narrative, one that redefines how global fashion communicates identity, minimalism, and modern masculinity in the digital age. At the center of this creative process was Calvin Klein's global marketing and creative teams, who worked in close collaboration with Jungkook's personal stylists, photographers Myrta Lass and Marcus Pigott, and brand strategist Jonathan Bottomley. Their shared objective was to capture not just the visual appeal of Jungkook as a global star, but to articulate the timeless ethos of Calvin Klein: simplicity, confidence, and innovation through restraint. This balance between authenticity and artistry became the backbone of the campaign's creative direction. According to insiders within the fashion industry, Calvin Klein's creative department spent nearly 6 months conceptualizing the 2025 campaign. The early stages involved visual research and data analytics aimed at understanding how global audiences perceive brand authenticity. One major insight from these studies was that modern consumers, particularly Gen Z and young millennials, respond more strongly to campaigns that convey sincerity and understated confidence than to overt sensuality. That data guided the visual tone, leading to the campaign's minimalist aesthetic and carefully constructed naturalism. The photo shoot took place in late August 2024 at a repurposed industrial warehouse on the outskirts of Los Angeles, chosen for its raw architectural lines and natural light. The set design intentionally maintained an unfinished, textural look to emphasize realism. Instead of polished luxury, the team opted for authenticity. Visible denim seams, soft shadows, and neutral tones that enhanced Jungkook's natural expression. Lighting designer Joe McKenna described the atmosphere as controlled imperfection, a phrase that became a guiding principle for the entire production. Mert and Marcus, the renowned photography duo, were deliberate in their visual storytelling. Their long history with Calvin Klein campaigns, including collaborations with icons such as Kate Moss, Kendall Jenner, and Shawn Mendes, positioned them as experts in merging simplicity with power. For the Jungkook campaign, they aimed to portray a quiet sense of individuality. Each frame was composed to highlight proportion, fabric, and form rather than spectacle. In several shots, Jungkook's gaze is directed slightly off-camera, symbolizing contemplation and detachment, a subtle nod to the campaign's theme of self-possession. Wardrobe choices further reflected this philosophy. Rather than bold reinvention, Calvin Klein's 2025 line emphasizes refinement through details, sharper cuts, muted washes, and sustainable fabrics. Jungkook's denim ensembles featured updated silhouettes designed by creative director Heron Preston, who joined Calvin Klein in late 2024 to modernize its ready-to-wear collections. Preston's design philosophy, blending cultural relevance with timeless basics, aligns with Calvin Klein's evolving identity. The decision to feature Jungkook in these new silhouettes reinforced the brand's commitment to bridging global appeal and design innovation. In terms of styling, Jungkook's look was intentionally stripped down. His hair was styled in a clean, natural shape, and his makeup was kept minimal to highlight texture and lighting rather than artificial perfection. The campaign's creative director explained that the absence of artifice became the art itself. That concept, visual restraint as power, defines Calvin Klein's current creative language. Each photo communicates clarity and confidence without relying on elaborate backgrounds or heavy retouching. Another crucial aspect of the campaign's creative vision was its alignment with Calvin Klein's brand evolution strategy under PVH Corporation. Over the past decade, the brand has undergone a gradual transformation from a predominantly Western luxury identity to a more global and inclusive aesthetic. Featuring Jungkook at the center of this strategy serves not only as an artistic decision but also as a symbol of cultural convergence. The campaign demonstrates that modern luxury no longer revolves around exclusivity, but around accessibility, the ability to communicate across diverse cultures and markets without losing authenticity. TO achieved that. Calvin Klein's design team ensured that the campaign visuals would translate seamlessly across regions. Every photograph, video clip, and billboard was tested for cultural adaptability, ensuring that the campaign would evoke the same sophistication in Seoul as it would in Paris or Los Angeles. Subtle differences were integrated into the regional rollouts. For instance, the Korean campaign emphasized clean denim silhouettes and balanced composition, while the European rollout used more abstract framing and shadow play. These adjustments reflect a nuanced understanding of how cultural aesthetics influence perception. The marketing team also incorporated digital interactivity as part of the creative rollout. Consumers could scan QR codes from the campaign billboards to access behind-the-scenes footage, augmented reality filters, and a 3D lookbook of Jungkook's featured outfits. This integration of physical and digital engagement created a seamless experience, bridging traditional advertising with immersive online participation. Industry analysts noted that Calvin Klein's 2025 campaign exemplifies how fashion brands are merging storytelling, technology, and consumer participation to create sustained engagement, in contrast to many celebrity campaigns that rely heavily on personality-driven narratives. Calvin Klein's collaboration with Jungkook maintained artistic neutrality. The creative vision prioritized universality over fandom. While Jungkook's presence undeniably draws massive attention, the campaign avoids overt references to his musical identity or celebrity status. Instead, it focuses on his visual poise and his capacity to embody the brand's minimalist philosophy. This deliberate restraint gives the campaign a timeless quality, ensuring that its impact extends beyond immediate virality. The color grading and post-production stages further emphasize the campaign's design intent. The photography team used a muted tonal palette, leaning on natural grays and desaturated blues to evoke calmness and sophistication. Shadows were carefully preserved to enhance realism, and no artificial lighting effects were added in post. This level of attention to visual integrity reinforces Calvin Klein's dedication to presenting truthful fashion, a concept increasingly valued by consumers fatigued by overproduced advertising. Interestingly, while the campaign's visuals are subdued, its strategic ambition is bold. By centering its global